RIMAN ritual itself, why your skincare should always be self-care. Now, for the last few weeks, we've gone through the various prongs of the RIMAN product philosophy. We've gone through the science and the physiologies of your hair, your skin, your gut microbiome, etc. And so for today's discussion, it's a bit more of a romantic approach to education. We're looking at how you can maximize your skincare routine, not from a performance perspective, but merely in your connection to the products themselves. It's realistically how you can appreciate your position as a consumer within the personal care industry. And so, with that, designing your routine and its desired outcomes is a platform for opportunity and for personal exploration. I have always mentioned that each individual is unique, of course, in their skin, but also in what they want to look like, both their aesthetic goals, their skin health perceptions. And so, these differences allow us to interact with the personal care offerings, both inside RIMAN and outside, differently. And this is a good thing. This is an exciting thing that we're able to utilize these products and to have that individualized experience. With that, you're able to cater your routine to what is unique to you, your skin concerns, and your lifestyle. And every time I teach this round, I always mention that the guy in the background of this photo is my father. So my dad was, or always has been rather, very into his own personal care. Sometimes there have been days where we're all getting ready for dinner and he takes the longest out of anyone. And not only is that a testament that men can practice skincare too, but it's also the appreciation that there is no gender or there is no specific image to personal care. It is for everybody. And so I always like to mention that that is my dad because, of course, I in part learned that desire to take care of myself from him alongside my mother and, of course, in the media I consume. But in bringing that back to RIMAN, it all comes down to our mission statement, our very origin. We are fully focused in shifting modern day's appreciation of skincare. So often your skincare becomes an afterthought, whether you're getting up early to take care of kids or get ready for work and you have to put something on your face. And by the end of the day, well, you have to wash it off. It's all these have-tos, these obligations. RIMAN is in the full focus of shifting those obligations to inspiration and ultimately transformation. We want individuals to truly look forward to their skincare routine at the beginning and at the end of the day as a moment to slow down and honor themselves through the practice of their skincare. And as such, this allows you to incorporate self-care every single day, something that many Americans and beyond don't think they have time for. But realistically, it is how you adjust your approach and your agency in your own skincare routine. Of course, the second prong to our mission statement is once you do feel confident in your physical appearance, in your connection with the products, you want to share it with those around you simply in the hopes of bettering their lives as well. And so in this, RIMAN and RIMAN's products expands outside of simply a business opportunity. Not only are we wholeheartedly focused in the products themselves, their efficacy and the safety, but we're also focused in you, how you interact with these products to perceive that difference, not only in the actual product, but in yourself as well. And so in approaching our mission statement, we categorized and organized everything into rituals. And so why did we recommend rituals? Why do we recommend multiple steps? And it all roots down in our K-beauty focus because as we have mentioned in our very first discussion in session 1, treatment in K-beauty focuses on prevention and protection rather than problem solving. We're wanting to work with the health of the skin instead of against presenting issues such that those issues don't occur to begin with. And to do so, that means prioritizing gentler ingredients and keeping harsher actives that do work or are well known just to a lower concentration to maintain your skin's integrity. With this then culminates into the largest characteristic of K-beauty products in general, which is that multi-step routine. Staying consistent, layering these products and layering these gentler ingredients is how you bring about not only performance and an efficacy you can see, but one that lasts long term. And so with this and in our goal to work with your skin, the variety of personal care goals you may have, aesthetic skin goals that you may have, can be achieved through that consistency and through committing to specific RIMAN products over time. With that, then it allows you to have the agency to otherwise mix and match products, find the ritual that's right for you, but ultimately in staying consistent with a specific routine, that is where you see the results. And within the various offerings we have, we always categorize each offering into the basic tenets of K-beauty, of cleanse, hydrate, and protect. And this is what, of course, we discussed in session 3 of skin physiology, but these are the most basic forms of skincare realistically for any fundamental skincare routine, but they are core in achieving your skin health. A variety of different skin concerns come from root causes of just dehydration or overexposure, which of course is in the realm of protection. So we simplified everything down to these basic tenets to help you approach your personal care in, of course, a less complexified manner. And so with cleanse, of course, you're removing daily impurities, but you're also prepping the skin for accurate absorption of products applied after your cleansing routine. And hydrate is that core activity here. When Chairman On created Insulderm or ICD, he wanted to focus on the fundamentality of skin hydration. And when your skin is lacking water content, a variety of aesthetic concerns prevail, such of course as dryness, but also as skin sagging, fine lines and wrinkles, and general discomfort. And so within hydration, we also lump moisturization, but it's just ensuring that your skin has the proper water and oil levels for cellular health, cellular processes, and of course for glow as well. And to finish it off, we have protection. You're providing security against external aggressors that are associated with a variety of skin problems with, of course, a layer of protection. And within protection, the most typical form of protection is UV protection. UV overexposure is detrimental to the skin with long terms of that exposure. But at the same time, we also reinforce that protection can be reinforcing your skin's innate protection, which is your skin barrier. So ensuring your skin barrier is intact, there is no transepidermal water loss from the lower layers. You're also inhibiting irritant penetration from the outside, can also greatly help maintain all the efforts you've put into your skincare routine. And so with this all in mind, every RIMAN ritual that we have designed falls into satisfying these 3 basic tenets, but also allows you to otherwise begin with something to understand and begin to interact with the products, but then you can otherwise branch off and find what mixing and matching can do for you and for your skin. And so we start with, of course, the signature RIMAN ritual. This is our lengthiest ritual, but it is not without purpose to have each of these steps. We go in with those cleansing offerings, the moisture cleansing oil, snow enzyme, or the cleansing powder wash for fully cleansing your skin and prepping it. And then there's so many hydration offerings. So reinforcing that water content, reinforcing moisturization, and of course, beyond there, having ancillary benefits towards the increase of brightness of the skin or reducing the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. And then we have protection to seal the deal. And so the signature RIMAN ritual is the most complete approach to those basic K-beauty tenets, but we of course also offer the simplified version of the signature RIMAN ritual and the advanced version. And within the advanced version, very similar in approach. You still have your cleanse, you still have your hydrate. Protect also falls into this category because of that high oil load. It's going to reinforce the skin barrier, but you should always be wearing a sunscreen. So if you want to consider the sunscreen as your step 6 in this routine, absolutely do so. But simplistically, with the advanced RIMAN ritual, we are looking for that kind of skin type that appreciates high oil products, such as mature or extremely dry skin and non-sensitive skin, the things we discussed last session, or excuse me, the session prior, session 6. And finally, to seal the deal, we have that essential RIMAN ritual. For those that perhaps are completely new to skincare routines, they're overwhelmed with the possibilities of products that they can choose. This is one of the easiest ways to warm them up to the ideas. It most simplistically embraces those K-beauty tenets of cleanse, hydrate, and protect, focusing on simply cleansing with one cleanser, the Boost Boo and Dermatology Cream mix, and the protection with the Ock Protection sunscreen. And of course, we create these to give you guidance, but beyond that, you are welcome to create your own RIMAN ritual. As we always say, the right RIMAN ritual is the ritual that's right for you. So that is why we always encourage discussion, exploration, and also emailing me. If you're emailing the ritual at RIMAN email saying, hey, I'm not seeing much efficacy, or my skin seems irritated with this product line, there is always room for adjustment. And that is part of the beauty of interacting with the personal care industry. So with all of that in mind and understanding, why we categorized our offerings into rituals, into basic routines of cleansing, hydrating, and protecting, how can you shift your skincare into self-care so that it's something you can practice daily? Now, it's largely based in romanticizing your routine, in really harnessing that sentiment I said at the beginning with that picture of my dad of being excited to try things new, to try mixtures and to try new products, etc. But it's also the opportunity to enjoy the social aspect of specifically the RIMAN ritual. One of the greatest strengths of RIMAN is the family that it supports, family that you are all a part of. And in this, whether it's the planner Facebook group or individual social media pages, even individual chats, allowing yourself that moment to interact with people doing similar routines or ones that have tried something you maybe haven't tried yet greatly allows you to introduce some novelty into your routine. Because oftentimes in practicing our skincare, we get swept up in the monotony of it. It is always going to be the same because we are insisting consistency with these routines to see results, but it doesn't have to be monotonous if you enjoy the outward benefits of this routine, the connections I'm mentioning, the ability to mix and match or to try new things or to incorporate new products like the Collagen 100 melting sheet a couple times a week, whatever it may be. But you can also include beauty tools within your routine like gua shas or jade rollers, and you can also set up your environment to encourage relaxation. So there are certain people who love to do their skincare, of course, right after their nightly shower or bath. So you're already kind of relaxed. You had that hot water. Perhaps you've lit a candle, have some music or podcast playing in the background. All of this brings you more in focus to what you are doing. And also, with specifically using those tools, it gives you some physical agency in your skincare routine. You are utilizing those various tools to massage the products into the skin, but they themselves feel fantastic, especially if you stick one of them in the freezer, for the example, that can always have a cooling sensation. So there are many different things that I haven't mentioned here, not only to improve the environment you're practicing your skincare in, but to also increase your physical agency with your products, but it's just all in general maintaining your skincare as a self-care routine by allowing yourself the moments to experience everything, to experience the sensory aesthetics, to experience the glow you see, etc. And that's all about romanticizing your routine. And last but certainly not least, something I have been repeating throughout the call is embrace the potential for personalization. This routine is open for you to explore. The signature, advanced, and essential RIMAN ritual, while general guidelines, and for many are their exact routine to a T, are also just suggestions. So feel free to remove products, add products, what you see necessary for your skin type and skincare goals. And so with that, as I had mentioned, this is always a rather quick end to our Product University sessions, but that was it for today's discussion on your RIMAN ritual. So please feel free to download the outline here.